Welcome to another episode of TehachaPod with your hosts, Key Budge and Corey Costello. TehachaPod is another way the city of Tehachapi shares information with our community.
Well, here on TehachaPod, we've got a special guest. We're bringing in Ashley Krempien to talk about what's going on July 4th that the Parks and Rec District is involved in. Ashley, welcome to TehachaPod.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Let's talk July 4th. It is the All-American July 4th Festival here in Tehachapi, and it's kicking off at TVRPD.
Yes, we are so excited to bring this event back this year, having an in-person race. I'm so excited to be able to offer this. So it will look a little different this year, but I think it's going to be a great experience for everyone. It is going to be on Sunday, July 4th. It'll run out of the Scout Hall at Central Park, just as usual. It's going to be a rolling start this year. So it'll start 7 a.m. through 9 a.m. You can show up anytime between 7 and 9 and you just start running. You'll have pre-packet pickup the week prior. So the last week of June, you'll have pre-packet pickup. They can come pick up their bib, their shirts, their everything they need to race. So when they show up day of, they have their bib on, they get out of their car, do a little stretch out, start running across the chip line, and it will keep track of their time. At 9 o'clock will be the last group that's allowed to cross. And once they're done, then it'll get shut down. So the difference in doing it that way is that we won't have a medal ceremony following the run. They'll get their finisher's medal, but we won't know who places first, second, or third until everyone has run. So what we'll do after that is make announcements on our Facebook, on the websites, and mail out those medals to those participants that won. This year, as in past years, with the 4th of July run, we are giving free pancake breakfast to anyone who enters and runs in the race. So if they have their race bib on, they just walk up to the pancake breakfast afterwards and get their pancakes.
And that's a cool function too. The pancake breakfast has been ongoing. It's kind of the Ed Grimes Memorial Pancake Breakfast. He, of course, former mayor of Tehachapi, late mayor, and he was big in supporting that with the Tehachapi High School football team and the Warrior Boosters. And so this year, it's nice to kind of get that partnership with TVRPD, with the Warrior Boosters and the football program, to really include those runners and include that into the cost of their running. In the past, a lot of them did come and buy tickets afterwards, but a little more convenient now. Once they run, they're good to go and to get breakfast afterwards.
Absolutely. We want to make it as easy and as cost effective for everybody. So including that breakfast into the price is just way easier, and they don't have to worry about carrying money or a ticket. They just show their race bib and they're good to go. It gets a lot of more bodies in the seats over eating pancakes. It just really is beneficial for everyone to kind of wrap it all as a package deal.
You know what's kind of really very cool is that technology allows you to do a rolling start. So you can start 7 to 9. You're not out there with a clipboard. Okay, number 017. Yeah, you're off and the chip says you started and when you finished. So that's super cool.
It is very cool. Prior to COVID, not too many chip timers had that capability. They would have had to set up different waves where we would have had to call out specific numbers or set up different groups of people to run. These companies trying to stay in business over COVID really had to get creative with how they were able to do things. And so this rolling start now is an option. And it really is, I feel like it will make a difference in letting people come at their own time. I mean, some people don't want to run because 7 a.m. is too early for them. Some people don't want to do it at 9 because it's hot by then. But, I think this will work for everybody. It'll work for families to come out together. So I think the rolling start is really going to be a good thing this year for us.
And so registration's a little bit different this year as well. Normally you would have like a race day, packet pickup and all that. This year, that stuff all needs to be done ahead of time, correct? Through your office?
Yes, usually. I mean, we strongly encourage everybody to pre-register in every year just to make sure we have enough supplies, shirts, medals, all of that. But this year it's a must. They have to pre-register in order to be at this race. If they show up day of, unfortunately, we are not offering day of registration. If they need, if they're from out of town and they can't come until the 4th of July to pick up their packets, we'll make exceptions if we need to, but we are really trying to be as strict as we can about pre-registering and coming in early to pick up your packets from our office so that we can avoid as much of the gathering as we can.
What's the deadline for pre-registration and how do people register? So
you can register online at TVRPD.org. It's right there on our website. It'll be the All-American 5K, or they can come into our office in person and register there at our office, 490 West D Street. We're open 8 to 6, Monday through Thursday. The last chance to register, let me look at the date, will be Thursday, June 24th is the last day that anyone can register. And that would be in our office. They can come right in, register, pick up their packet and leave. That's also the last day to pick up their packet. So if they have pre-registered that week of June, so June 21st through the 24th, they can come into our office anytime that week and pick up their packet to be ready for the race.
So that's TVRPD.org. Click on the All-American 5K race, and everything's right there. And get it done quickly, and then you've got the leisure of strolling in at sometime between 7 and 9 on Sunday, July 4th.
That's kind of cool. That's a new function. I'll be there early because I'll be flipping pancakes to get everyone ready to roll. But yeah, that's kind of a cool function.
When I used to do 5Ks and 10Ks, there was a few races that race starts, say, at 7, and I'm rolling up at like 6:58.
Yeah, not stretching,
running to the registration, trying to grab my stuff, and then all of a sudden it starts, and I'm like, my head looks to the left and it's like, okay, there goes the pack. Okay. Yeah. Not that I was ever on the podium, but you always like to be out there with everyone. And this allows, hey, if you're like me and it's just a Sunday stroll,
yeah,
right,
I can go ahead and come in nice and relaxed. And am I ready? Yeah. Okay. I think I'm going to start right now.
Yeah.
So I think that it changes the dynamic for those that just want to participate in something. And it's 3 miles, so there's no reason for a lot of us not to be able to go out and do it.
And if you want a challenge, eat breakfast first and then go.
The pancake load, the carbo load. Yeah,
just that's a challenge. Just add yourself that extra challenge, and
And we did pancake breakfast is going to start at 7:30, so they are going to start a little earlier this year to accommodate for those runners that show up at 7 and run. That way they don't have to wait around for their breakfast. They can get done and go eat. They don't have to wait for anything. So that's really nice.
And we'll have standalone pancake breakfast tickets as well for people at City Hall. You can come and purchase them. And then at the farmers market up until the July 4th date, we'll have tickets available at the city table at the farmers market too. And then around various spots in town and where you see a football player apparently.
Well, there you have it. We have until June 24th to get registered. If you're going to wait to the last minute, you have to go into the TVRPD office on D Street. Otherwise, do it online that week. Get it done, TVRPD.org. Click on All-American 5K. Ashley, thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate it and have a ton of fun on the 4th of July, and best of luck.
I want to say one thing, really quick. I just want to give a special thank you to our sponsor, Adventist Health. Without them and their sponsorship for this event, we would not be able to put it on. So thank you, Tehachapi Adventist Health. We really appreciate the sponsorship and that we are able to offer this to our community. Thank you, Key and Corey, for having me today. And we'll see you guys at the 4th of July.
Sounds good. Thanks, Ashley.
TehachaPod is a conversation about Tehachapi designed for the people who live here or who would like to know more about this mountaintop community. If you have a question you would like answered, email media@TehachapiCityHall.com. We will try to answer it on a future episode of TehachaPod.